Hey, what is up, guys? Gangsta Jeweler here. So today we are going to be working on a bracelet that you can see it's a hollow bracelet. It's kind of like a hollow Cuban style. It broke apart right there. And we're going to try to see if we can put it back together. I'm sure we can, but I'm not a big fan of hollow anything, because hollow is just bad all around. But let's go ahead and see if we can slip that in there. Damn, I don't even know if we can slip that in there. There we go. We might do a twofer in this video, possibly. I'm not really sure just yet if we're going to, but at any rate, this camera don't focus in very well, does it? Focuses in when it wants to. That's why I liked my other one. It focused in, keep it in focus automatically. This one really doesn't. But hey, we do what we gotta do. Alright. Plug that in so my camera don't die, because that's the last thing we need. Alright, let's see if we can't push this closer, a little bit closer together. Let me check here. Damn, it's almost like there's a chunk missing out of it. Almost. Yeah, that sucks, man. There's definitely a big piece missing out of there. Look at that. Oh boy. Oh yeah, they lost part of the link there, for sure. Wowzers. That sucks. And because of where it's broken, where it's located, there's not really a hell of a whole lot we can do about that. We can weld this part here to that, and that's probably going to be about the best we can do, y'all, because this is all hollow here too. This is a piece of shit is what this is what this is. Holy cow. Hollow with holes in the links. Oh my gosh. Why do they make stuff like this? I mean, it keeps me in business, so I'm not complaining, but dang. Why? Oh boy. See, now if that was at another link, I would say we just take that link out, possibly, and then I'd reattach it if they had room to for it to be shortened a little bit. But there ain't much we can do. Only thing we can do is we're gonna have to weld that to that. But dang, man, that thing got destroyed. Got crushed. I honestly just don't know. Oh, come on, camera. What is wrong with you? Let me see something here. What if I went to like 1.3? Would that make any difference? Probably not. Yeah, maybe we do 2.2. Maybe that'll work better. cannot believe this thing. This thing is a real piece of crap. Like, legit. Okay, well, the only thing we're going to be able to do is we're going to have to... See, like I said, if it was anywhere else, I would say just get that link out of there, but it's right at the clasp. So the only thing we're going to really be able to do is weld what's left of that link. If I can get this to focus back in, what's left of that link right there, back to this side. But there's a chunk from here to here that's missing. And like I said, I would say take that link out, use a good link, but it's right at the clasp. So see, this is what it should look like. You can see that. And over here you got a huge chunk missing out of it. If I can get that to focus back in. Got a huge chunk missing out of that thing. Dang, I hate to have to do that, but that's the only way we're going to be able to weld it back together. We can't take the link out because it's right at the clasp. So the only thing we can do is, with that chunk missing, is we can weld that one little piece to that part. Not a whole lot we can do about that, guys. I wish there was. I really do. Alright, let's see if we can set this up in the hand here. Like that. Man, that is awful. That sucks. That's a bad bracelet to begin with anyways. Hollow and got holes in the links. Oh boy. I hate to say it, but whoever has this, they're most likely, especially if they're wearing it all the time, they're going to have nothing but problems with this thing. Hollow's bad enough, but hollow with holes in the links, that's even worse. But it did say it was made in Turkey, so maybe that's has something to do with it. I don't know. It is gold, but maybe since it was made in Turkey, maybe they like to do things a little different over there. Who knows? Alright, let's go ahead and put some boric acid denatured alcohol on here. And let's go ahead and cut us a piece of solder here. And let's go ahead and stick us some flux on there while we're at it. Stick us some flux on there. Alright. We're going to be using a 4-tip here. Let me see if I can get you guys zoomed in here a little bit. There we go. Alright. Now let's go ahead and grab our solder and see what we can do, guys. It's been a while since I've seen a bracelet that's a piece of shit, but that is a piece of shit. Hollow links with holes in them. Hollow by itself is bad enough. But no, we dropped our solder. Where'd it go? I think I found it. Hey, I think we saved it. And we're going to be using hard for this, hard solder. Like I said, I use hard solder for everything. If you're just starting out though, I don't really necessarily recommend it. But at some point, I would try to migrate to just using hard, because hard is just so much better than easy or medium solder. It'll last a hell of a lot longer too. And here's the trick. Say you got to do 2 welds, right? You know, some will say, okay, well, if you got to do 3 welds, you know, you're going to have to do one easy, one medium, and then one hard, one medium, one easy, right? You don't have to do that, because each time you heat the solder up, it loses a little bit of its flowing temp, I guess you could say. So say you solder one part with a hard solder, the next one will flow before the first one that you made, because every time you heat the solder up, it loses a little bit of its flow temp, if that makes sense. Get on there. Sorry guys, I'm trying to keep you in focus here. Alright, that's attached now. Let me zoom you guys back out here for a second. Let me go to 2. There we go. Alright, let's take a look at what we got here. Pull that off in the water. Okay, now so what we got our spot welded back together right there. The camera will zoom in. So we got it welded back together right there. But we're going to have these jagged edges. So we're going to have to file those down, because that's super sharp right there. And so you got this whole section of the link that's missing right there. But like I said, it's right next to the clasp. So unless they're wanting to, that clasp ain't cheap. That's not a cheap clasp. You know, if they're wanting to replace that clasp, we could fix it. And like I said, if it was another link like further down here, we could take that link out and then re-weld it. But this is right at the clasp. So only thing we can do is just weld what's left of it, file these jagged edges down, and call it a day. Unless they want to put another clasp on there, which I highly doubt they want to do. So this will last them for a little while, you know, but one, it being hollow and then it having holes in the links just makes it for it just makes for a super flimsy bracelet. It really does. Super flimsy. Basically what we're doing is just trying to blend that in a little bit, make it look good. Alright guys, that looks pretty... almost looks like it was made that way. Almost. Not quite, but almost. But yeah, you got a huge chunk that was missing out of there. Alright guys, we got that one back together. Barely. Yep. That's going to be the best we can do with that one. Like I said, unless they want to change the clasp, which trying to find a clasp with those kind of ends like that is going to be really hard. That's a specialty class there. So, but that should last them a while as long as they take good care of it. You see, turkey. All right, that's one of the repairs. We're going to work on another one. I think we're going to do 2 in one video here, and then I'll go polish them both up. What we got here comes to us from one of our corporate stores. And I don't know if you remember this bracelet. Do you remember this bracelet? So this bracelet is, we've done probably a couple weeks ago, but it has links in it that are just tore up, like this one here. See, it's missing pieces there. And after a couple weeks, she's done already broke it again. And this would be really easy to get caught on something. But there's several links in here that are just thrashed. I mean, thrashed. Here's where it's broke at, though. And you can see, I mean, the whole thing is just almost ain't even worth. You almost need to take that link out and this link here out. See, that one's all messed up. This one's all messed up. I see with them jagged edges like that, that's easy to get caught. It's probably what happened. She got it caught in her shirt or something and ripped it, and off it came. Off it went. But at any rate, let's come on, focus back in. There you go. Well, I thought I had it for a second there. There we go. Let's just see if we can't pull that back up and actually get it welded back together there. Dang, it's busted on the inside too. Look, see, it's busted there, there. And I know they're not going to want to pay for all those welds. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 welds on that thing to put that thing back together. Oh boy. I think really she ought to just take that link out and be done with it. Because that link it's no good anymore. It's done. Let me see how long this is. See how long this is. It's almost 8 inches. I think we need to take that link out because that link is thrashed. It's not going to hold up even if we do put it back together. Plus, I know they're not going to want to pay for it because you got 1, 2, 3. Oh, come on, focus in. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 welds just in that one link. And then this link over here ain't much better, but at least the ends are still intact. It's missing the sides. Right. If I can get this to focus in. There you go. See, it's missing the sides, but this is still much more intact than that other one. So yeah, we need to take this out. We got to. That link is no good anymore. It's thrashed. It is thrashed. So let's go ahead and cut the top there. That link. And we'll go ahead and open that up like that. And we can close. Then what we can do is we can go ahead and loop that through. Loop that through, close that down. Like so. Yeah, because that one link is just, it's thrashed, it's done. It's done for. Alright, let's go ahead and set this one up. There we go, off to the side there. I gotta readjust you guys here. Let's go ahead and put us some boric acid and denatured alcohol on here. Do that, and then we'll let that burn off. Let that burn off just a little bit. Hold on, guys. I gotta pause the video. I got a call I gotta take. Okay. All right. Sorry, guys. That was a important call I needed to take real quick. That was one of our stores that we do. So, at any rate, let's go ahead and get back to what we were trying to do with this. See if we can't get it welded here. See if I can keep you guys in focus. Let's see, did I get a chance to cut a piece of solder? I don't think I did. Don't think I did, but that's okay. Here's what we're going to do. Let's go ahead and put our flux on there. But we had to get that bad link out of there. That link was just, that was no good. And I don't think they want to pay for 6 welds, so. And it being it's over 8 inches, it's for a lady. Normally standard for a lady is going to be 7 inches. 7.5, so that one link shouldn't make a whole lot of difference. There we go. And she is welded back together, guys. Let me zoom you guys back out here. Alright, that's what I miss about my other camera. I could just hit a button and it would zoom right out to where I needed it to be. This one here, you gotta do it manually. It's crazy. But we're gonna get used to it. We don't have a choice. Not for the moment anyways. Okay, there's our weld there. Let's go ahead and clean it up a little bit. Alright guys, I think we got those two done, taken care of. Let's go ahead and I'm going to drop these into ultrasound. This one and the other one here that we just did that was missing half of the hollow link there. But we will definitely be back. I'm going to drop these in, go polish them, and then we'll come back and look at the finished product, guys. We'll be right back. Alright guys, we are back with that bracelet. You see, as soon as I get it in focus here, you can see we got it nice, cleaned, and polished. Got it looking good. Looking nice. Now here's the regular end. Here's the end that we had to fix. You can see we got it together. You are still missing that piece there. But like I said, there's not a whole lot we can do about that because it's at the clasp. We can't take the clasp out of this thing. So if that was another link, I would say probably just take that link out and put it back together. But we're right at the clasp there, so we can only put it back together with what's there unless they want to spend a fortune to replace the clasp. So there's not really a hell of a whole lot we can do about that, guys. But we got that one done. And then here is our other one that's got some busted links up in there. But we got it all back together. But you can see there's other links in here that are tore up pretty bad. Like right... Watch, now I won't be able to find them, but they're in here somewhere. Yeah, see, like right there is missing part of the thing. Then there's a couple other ones, I think, right. There's a couple other ones in here. Yeah, see, there's another one right there. So this bracelet's been thrashed pretty hard, but we got it back together. I don't know how long they plan on keeping it together, but hopefully we won't see it for a little while anyways. But if they break it again, we'll fix it. But at any rate, guys, this is the Gangsta Jeweler. I appreciate you guys tuning in. If you would like and subscribe, that would be fantastic. If you'd like to leave a tip or donation, the link for that will be down in the description, although it's not required, just helps the channel grow. Also, if you would like for me to do repairs, you can visit my Etsy shop online. I'll have the link for that down in the description. And if you're looking to buy jewelry in the Jacksonville area, I highly recommend Money Miser on Blanding Boulevard. And if not, if you're looking to buy jewelry online, I highly recommend Stellar Jewelry. But also, if you like, check out my Kick, Twitch, and no, not my Twitch, my Kick and my TikTok live streams. They're like reaction type streams and also gaming. I'll have the links for those down in the description. And I think that about covers everything, guys. I think I covered everything. But I appreciate you guys tuning in. We got 2 repairs in one video on this one. But this is the Gangsta Jeweler. And I will see you guys on the next one. Take care, y'all.